Hey, shalom, shalom. All praise, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakodash. Peace and double honor to the apostles and others of great millstone. Shalom unto the elect. So, just woke up not too long ago, maybe an hour and change ago, and I woke up from a heavy, heavy dream, which this dream was felt very realistic, man. You know, it was so real that I could remember, like, a lot of details that normally I wouldn't remember. So there was a lot of aspects of this dream. Part of it was brothers were preaching at one point. Um, the camp that I'm with. It was with the brothers Bakwar, Shalimar, and Allah. Brothers were there. Aharon, so on and so forth. I believe there was other brothers involved. Don't remember every single person. But that was one part of the dream. And then for whatever reason, I was with this this woman that I had seen back in the day, and we ended up relinking up. Don't ask me why. That shit didn't make no sense, but at any rate, kind of plays into the story anyway. So, I was with this woman, and we went. It seemed like downtown New York, downtown NYC in the dream. It was just, out and about. There's a bunch of crowds of people. It was late at night. And in the midst of this so-called date or what have you, I start seeing like I start seeing people marvel at something in the sky, and I start seeing chariots. So I try to pull out my phone to record, and they're like very low. They're super low. To the point where they're like just like feels like they're brushing the trees, So I'm seeing one after another, and I'm like, look, the chariot of Israel. And I'm praising the Lord, like, call hello, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. And she's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I'm gonna explain that later, but pretty much those are chariots of God, She's like, what's going on? So then a bunch of chariot, like we see one after another, and it looked like the typical, flying saucer chariot with lights all around them. Yeah, they had lights all around them, in a circular fashion. So these were flying saucers, so they keep coming, boom, one after another, and I pull out my phone to record them. So when I woke up, I was like, damn, I wish I had those recordings, but, it's a dream, obviously. So I'm just seeing these chariots, and one after another, and I'm scrambling to try to like catch them on camera, and I'm getting some good footage, and I'm like, man, I can't wait to send this to brothers. They're not going to believe this. Well, they will believe it because they believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, but the sentiment. Yeah, so then, and this is where shit gets crazy. One of the chariots was super low to the point where you could like see the details on it coming down, and it flew like behind the building, and there was like some kind of commotion where the chariot, like it went like to the point where it felt like it was like it landed on the ground or something. And all of a sudden you see people get into a frenzy and they start running for their lives. And in my mind, the way I pictured it, I didn't see it in the dream, but I figured like chariot probably dropped some kind of like, some Dragon Ball Z type, like maybe a ball of light, and people start running from it before it does what it was going to do. And so then so people start, it's like a crowd, it's like a riot, and people start like stomping over each other and like pulling each other down to run away. And through the midst of all this, I didn't, you know, it was alarming, but I didn't really feel like I felt fear for my life, because I'm like, man, these chariots are here with us. This is what we've been waiting on. Like, this is exciting to me. So then all of a sudden, everybody's running, everybody's running, everybody's running. And even myself, like I'm not sticking around either. I'm trying to get out the way of whatever's about to go down. So, this woman, she's still with me, yada yada. And she's sticking even closer now because she sees what's happening. And forgive me, I'm in train. This is the walk and talk. So I'm going to Lord's will. I'll quote some scriptures off the top in a second. I just wanted to get this message out because when you wake up, this is when it's freshest in your mind, dealing with these dreams. So we're running, and there's a crowd of people, and mainly it's like the crowd is creating havoc. Like, people are just panicking, which is so beautiful to see, man. Oh my God, run. And just seeing that was hilarious. So I'm with this woman, and she's like, what's going on? Oh my God, this is scary. And I'm like, let's just go. And then I'll break it down to her later in my mind. So we're running, and then all of a sudden, like, it switches. Mind you, it was the middle of the night, and all of a sudden, it looks like it's daytime out. So this is when it gets real crazy. And I think this is when the dream pretty much ended. So I think I lost her. I lost the woman. Oh yeah, so no, I lost her, and then she came back. She ran right into my arms. These women, man, they're gonna need us in that day, man. They're gonna need us in that day of Jacob's trouble, man. They're playing these fucking games now. This is Esau's world. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, but when that time comes, man, oh, they're gonna know. They're gonna need the protection of a godly man. 7-1, which represents completion. But again, let me not get too sidetracked. I want to stay on point so I can finish this dream. And this is the craziest part. So then she finds me, and all of a sudden it's daytime. I'm like, wait a minute, we've been out here for that long? Because last time I checked, it was like 12 o'clock or something, either 12 midnight. I'm like, we've been out here that long? It's already morning? Damn, it's been a crazy night. So then I turn around, and what I do is I look at the time, and it's 1 in the morning. It's 1 a.m., but yet it feels like daytime. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? So I see some kind of bright light in the sky, like right where that chariot went behind that building and everybody was scattering. And I see just blue lightning. And like, the best way to describe it is like bluish, grayish. Felt like it was like a blue aura around the clouds. And just like giant cloud billowing up, or like a plume. But it was massive. Like, it covered like multiple blocks. And I'm like, what? And that's what like kind of shocked me into waking up. I think at that point I woke up. So I seen that though. Felt like daytime in the nighttime, and there was a giant cloud of smoke, like of devastation. And you just seen people in utter shock and terror and just speechless, because there's gonna be no comfort for them. They're not gonna know what's going on. For us, we can look at that and say, yeah, the Lord is making good on what he promised us, which is that he's going to destroy this wicked kingdom. Okay, and before Esau get his pennies in a bunch, this was just a dream. But obviously, we believe that the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, is going to destroy America, Babylon the Great. So You know, this is what we got to prophesy about, man. That destruction is coming, and it's coming by the way of Yahweh Shai and the chariots, man. And I believe even Apostle Sahar had mentioned that you had, or he said that, oh, that's the spirit. I'm looking down and I see a pizza box and it says 12 by 12, which is 144. But Apostle Sahar mentioned that you're gonna have times in Jacob's trouble, in these last days where you might have a chariot just hovering over a city for weeks or months, and there's nothing they can do to stop it. So, kind of reminding me of that, but just showing you that destruction is coming, man. The scripture says that flying roll will enter into the house of the thief. And who is the thief? The one that stole the Lord's jewels, the Lord's precious gems, which is his people. In Ezekiel 28, it mentions that the king of Tyrus, that he decorated himself in the jewels, and it mentions the jewels that are in the breastplate of the high priest, of Aaron's breastplate, which represents what? The 12 tribes. So Esau used the 12 tribes to glorify himself and to claim himself to be the connection to the Most High, or the connection to a higher power, or to he himself be that higher power now. Because that's what it was with plantation Christianity. It's saying that the Son of God is a white man, which we know to be false. But now they're at the point where they're claiming themselves, plantation Christianity is out of it. Now they're just saying straight up that they are gods. You've all know Hararis of the world and things like that. So again, that flying roll is going to enter into the house of the thief. Okay. And that's talking about the chariots. All right. Another one that came to mind, 2 Kings 6, where Elisha said that there's more that be with us than be with they. So that's where our faith comes in, because the Lord has it all set up. If we just seen the chariot hovering over us, or we seen the angels, where would be we would know that we're good. Now we do know that we're good through faith, but it's more of a thing of faith than of, straight up, we got concrete evidence right here. This thing is all about faith, man. That's why it always cracks me up when people say, well, I need a DNA test about being an Israelite. Well, nigga, at the end of the day, the DNA test came from the so-called white man, the enemy. So you're going to trust that? And then on top of it, that DNA test is inaccurate, because we know biblically the seed goes through the father. So you can have a drop of Israelite so-called DNA in you, but ultimately, if your father's line goes back, that means you are an Israelite 100%. So it ain't all about DNA. This is a spiritual thing. Okay? And we know that Israelite DNA is going to be dominant over the recessive, Edomite genes. But either way, it ain't about all that carnal shit. It's about the spirit. All right? Because we're going to have Israelites looking like all different types of nations. You're going to have them looking like Arabs. You're going to have them looking like the white man. You're going to have them looking like Moabites, Asians, so-called Chinese. You're going to have them looking like so-called Japanese, which would be Ammonites. So this is not a thing of color and outward appearance. This is a thing of faith. And Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has gifted us the faith. But we truly have to believe that he is. His name, Yahweh, it means he is. And the name Yahweh Shai means he saves, or he is salvation. So we got to trust and believe that we're going to be saved in these last days, man. Our faith is going to be tested. It's being tested now, and it's going to be tested even more. But Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai got us, man. All right? We got to trust and believe that. We got to constantly remind ourselves of that. We got to constantly remind each other of that. We gotta comfort, comfort ourselves, comfort each other out of the Holy Scriptures, man. So, with that being said, Rakafaya Hawba Hashem Yahushai Bahashem Chak Wadash, for this gift of faith and this gift of prophecy. And these chariots are going to come to ravage this earth, man. All right, these chariots are going to come. All right, and if the Lord open our eyes right now, we will see the heavens filled with chariots. Okay, and then sometimes He does, to where He lets it be known, He lets it be seen, but it's not all the time, because we gotta have faith. When we do see it, we get to rejoice in His holy name. All right, but the chariots are going to be working with us during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. A chariot could deliver you from certain death. That's what happened in the time of the Maccabees. I believe it's either 1st or 2nd Maccabees, the 10th chapter, where it mentions that Judas was going into battle, and these men that were clothed in, I think they were like clothed in golden armor or something like that. Forgive me, I'm paraphrasing it, but it mentions that they were fighting with him. You see, protecting him while he was in battle. So, yeah, things are about to get dicey. Things are about to get spicy. But at the end of the day, man, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is about to do damage to His kingdom, and it ain't just gonna be so easy. Oh, another lesson I want to do. I'm a little all over the place, forgive me. But another lesson I wanted to do was I just watched the movie, not the movie, the show Fallout on Amazon Prime. I'm not gonna spoil it because it just came out not too long ago. But I'm gonna put up another lesson, Lord's will, and I'm gonna put spoiler alert in the title, and I'm gonna go into it. Especially that last episode, definitely a lot of spiritual material to get into. For y'all that haven't seen it, it's a great show. Check it out, and it gives you insight into the mind of the elites, because remember, they control all these shows, man. They control the media, the bankers, the elites, and they give you even because that show is based on a game. Even in video games, they put things in the games, and they control all of that shit, man. So they put it in there because they're giving you an insight onto how they think. I'm gonna get into that, Lord's will, in another lesson. I'm gonna speak to see if I get some brothers with me on that one, because that'll be your pa. But yeah, man, there's more that be with us than that be with them. All right, brothers out there, you have angels that's protecting you. Angels of the Lord that's protecting you, man. Angels of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that's protecting you. So fear not. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is about to deliver His elect. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. All praise, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash, Wa Shalom to the elect. Shalom.